morning, good afternoon, Blues. How are you all doing today? It's Stephen here on 9th of August at midday. Manchester City are just about to kick off. I'm just turning my laptop on. I apologise. A little bit of a slow start. My laptop wouldn't come on, so I've been having technical issues, but I'm always late for these things, you know. I am too busy running around after the children. And then I'm like, I really need to go to my desk. I really need to crack on. And then I'm already late at this point, but it is what it is. How you all doing? Are you well? Are you good? Are you healthy? Are you happy? That's the things I care about. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat, where you're watching from, what your plans are, what you expect from this game. I hope you're all very much ready to enjoy the game today. Let me get the game up live right now. Currently, is that Lee Kang-in addressing the fans either way? Someone's having a nice chinwag over there on the stream currently. Good luck to that fella. He looks nervous. We are seconds away from kickoff, I would guess. It looks like we're about to be... Yeah, it's about to get underway. I think I'm logged in. We will see. That guy's, wherever he is, that guy's a very handsome man. Looks very, very, very cool. A proper superstar. Is that Lee Kang-in? Either way, he's a cool dude. No, it's not, is it? Who is it? Is he some sort of like Korean superstar or something? Who is he? But he looks like he's doing his dance anyway. He's got a dance coming up or something. Everyone's singing for him? I don't know. I haven't got any sound for some reason. Why have I not got any sound? Oh, he's doing a proper dance. Look at that dancing. Look, here we go. Who's this geezer? I mean, he's devastatingly handsome, to be fair to him. Like it's not even normal. He looks like, obviously the stars out of Demon Hunters. Like, that level of pretty. Mental. How could someone be that good looking? Where are we? How do I get onto Man City Plus? There we go. City Plus. Loading your video. Give me sound, City. Well, that guy is a good-looking fella and very talented. I am subscribed. Well done, mate. How you doing, Zayed? Are you good? Are you well? Right, I can't get any sound for some reason. Oh, I know I've got no sound. There you go. I'm an idiot. Well, whoever that guy was. I mean, interesting technique as well. Right, I think I'm ready to go now, guys. So what does everyone expect to see? I'll bring up the teams on the screen. There we go. We've got Donnarumma in goal, Nunes, Vitor, Reis, Ruben Diaz, Gvardiol. Interesting backline, actually. Then Reijnders, Kovacic, Foden, then Savinho, Semenyo, and Marmoush. The team's getting slowly stronger. Still, obviously, I would say pretty poor by what we want Manchester City standards to be. It will get there in time. It isn't the usual lineup, admittedly, but it will get there. We got so many world-class players to come back. I'm looking forward to. He's singing Dante in a group called A Tease. All right, well, there we go. There we go. He is a tease to everyone. Regardless of their sexuality. Yeah. Is it on CBS? I have no idea, my friends. I'm watching over at mancity.com. We are underway anyway. There we go. Haaland's first game will be the Community Shield. A lot of players' first game will be the Community Shield. Nico Riley, Elliot Anderson, Ryan Shirky, Jeremy Doku. Rodri, maybe? I don't know. A lot of players will be back. Who's back on Monday? Think about who's missing. But either way, we are underway. Come on, you Blues. Looking forward to this. The team gets vastly stronger when you start to bring everyone back in the team, doesn't it? So it's as you'd expect. The English lads do, yeah. Well, that's what I said. Oh, well, Gay as well, of course. Gay, should it be Trafford? Rest in peace, Trafford. Rest in Leeds. Nigel is the same. It's the same every somewhere in it, mate. Though anytime there's a competition on, it's the same. So that's an interesting pass from Atletico guy. Just booted it off the pitch. I mean, I say concern, mate, but for what it's worth, it's the same for everyone. I'm sure it's the same for Arsenal. I'm sure they've got players missing, multiple players. Of course they do. They will do. Well, I know for a fact if Haaland's not back, Odegaard's not back. The Spanish lads for them won't be back. There's even Mendy, Marino, Raya. Saliba obviously not back. So it's the same for everyone, really, isn't it? Oh, Reijnders nearly scored. Did the Etihad Intel account disappear? I don't know, mate. What I'm going to say is, and I say it every year, if anyone genuinely knows about transfers, they don't pretend to be an in-the-know account. They don't pretend to be. If they act like an in-the-know, they aren't in the know. What I mean by that is, like, if someone new appears out of nowhere, he nearly scored there, Reijnders, and pretends to know something, they don't know anything, I promise you. Because anyone who actually knew, like a real journalist, for example, they put the face to it because it's their business. Like, the real journalists who know, they don't hide behind anonymous accounts. Like, they have no reason to. And if they start preaching, acting like... And usually when someone knows something, they don't... Like, it's just like... I know you know Hydro, but... Do you know what I'm going to do one year? When I've got the time and the energy. One year when I've got the time, because I want to show how easy it can be. I haven't got time because I've got kids. I've got too many real things going on. But if I've got a year when my kids are at school, I'm going to pretend to be in the no account one year. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to get 30,000 followers, and then I'm just going to do a reveal and say, guys, you're all idiots. It was me all along. It was dead easy. I'm going to show how we do it. I'm going to do that one day because everyone will bloody believe it. You know it will. I'm going to show you how it's done because I know exactly how they do it. They just take very calculated guess and speak with form, with conviction. It's really easily done. It's really easy. You just take the current news, word it a little bit differently, and just pick a nice time. Or you just say slightly contrarian news, like Rodri won't be done this week, and my sources say Rodri won't be done this week. Well, he's obviously not going to get done, and that's how you say it. And you add something vague. Despite reports, Manchester City are still interested in a right winger, but it does depend on movements. They've got two players that they're interested in. It's a guy over in France and a guy in Spain. Everyone goes, what? Who could that be? But it's so vague that people believe it. You can just make it up. I promise you can just make it up. It's that easy to do. So my advice is stop believing it. I promise you. It's bullshit. It's the same every year. It's like Purple Panel did it last year and everyone bored of him. Semenyo's going forward. And then he's beat himself with a trick. Well done, Savinho. Ruben doesn't start school this year. No, he's an October baby. He's still 3. He turns 4 in October, so he's got another year, Nigel, which I'm glad about personally. I want him to be closer to 5 when he starts. He's very young still. He's very, 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 very smart, but he's a homely boy still, so I want him to be a bit older. Cass, my second's a May baby, so he'll be only just turned 4 when he starts school, which will be interesting, but at least he's got his brother to copy, so I won't be quite as nervous about that. Well, we signed Geronimo Rulli, haven't we, K West? So these are back up. It's not been announced yet, has it? Has it been announced? By the way, that Rulli transfer is the least interested I've ever been about doing a video about a transfer ever. Like, I have zero interest in chatting about a backup goalkeeper. I genuinely have zero interest. I probably should do at some point, but I've never been less interested. I don't know why. I'm just not interested in it. I need to get my camera a little bit better. Do I believe in Enzo Maresca? I believe he's real, if that's what you mean. He's like Chris, like Santa. Yeah, I believe in him. I think he's going to be a good manager. I actually do. I think he's going to have a really good crack at it. We had really a long time ago, but I think he went out on loan, didn't he? Or do we? Did anyone catch the pitch side live show yesterday with City? I really enjoyed doing that again. I've done 2 of them, and best I've ever felt on the City shows. Look, the reason I believe in Maresca, I'm not saying he's going to win everything, but I actually think he's a really smart choice because the more I think about it, the more I realise for many reasons. One, the manager market isn't great. There's only really a few managers that I'd be desperate for Man City to have. Company, Luis Enrique. That's it. Like, I don't think Xabi Alonso and Cesc Fabregas are any more qualified than Maresca. I truly believe that. I think they're very new. I don't think... Who else is there? I wouldn't want Carlo Ancelotti at Man City. Nagelsmann, maybe, but I don't think he's a guarantee. And after that, I think the slim pickings. No, genuinely. You think Maresca's bang average? That's interesting, Nigel. I think you're sort of wrong on this, if I'm being honest with you, mate. Like, I look around and I'll tell you why I'm sort of quite relaxed on Maresca. Is that I don't feel I don't yeah City Plus coverage, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't feel that the managers are that great these days. Go on, Reijnders. Or Reijnders nearly just scored a wonder goal. And Phil Foden's shot blocked. But essentially, the way I view it is Gvardiol is 1-of-1. Then after that, no one else has got Guardiola, so it's a level playing field. Arteta is obviously a very good coach. His style's very boring, but he's a very successful coach. Oh, really nice play from Reijnders there. Good dribble. And then after that, the reason I'm behind Maresca is they know him. Like, they think, oh, he's through and goal. Oh, man, you got to score there, Marmoush. He's offside. Well, and then I think about what do you need if you've got the most tumultuous upheaval in the modern history of Manchester City when you're replacing a legend. You probably need consistency. You probably need someone you can know and trust. You probably need someone who understands the way that these players have been set up to play, the familiarities. You probably need someone who understands the previous manager perfectly and who can also speak to the previous manager for advice to make sure that certain stones aren't left unturned. You probably need someone who knows the staff. You need someone who you know exactly who's going to be with the players. There's no surprises. And sometimes I think, to quote Radiohead, no alarms and no surprises. Sometimes that can be a good thing. I think when you need a steady hand, and the thing is, it's not like Maresca either. He's just the academy coach. He's coming in with no experience. Maresca actually does have a decent pedigree. You can say what you want about Maresca at Chelsea, but Chelsea were an absolute shit show. Chelsea did not give him the resources. They taught him. They treated him terribly. Like, he was told to play certain players, he wasn't allowed to get certain players in. He was given a really ramshackle squad with loads of board involvement, and he still won the Club World Cup. He still won the Conference League. He won trophies. That's all you can ask for. And with Leicester, he also won the Championship. He did his job, and they would have got Champions League football, in my opinion, Chelsea under Maresca. I believe they're going that way. And I know they weren't perfect, but Chelsea were also a bit of a mess. Good cross from Semenyo, and the players like him. So essentially, and that's a good way of looking at it, Aspie. Maresca's CV is pretty similar to Vinny's before he got. He's actually miles better than me, honest mate. It's miles better to Vinny's. He's got experience. Oh, go on, Savinho. Savinho's actually got through then, and as always, the quality of his shot is terrible. Oh, you got to do better there, Savinho, with a shot. But yeah, like, essentially, like, well, yeah, he did fall off. It is on City Plus, yeah. I don't know where else it is, mates. But Vincent Kompany didn't have a better CV before he went to Bayern. He didn't. You know, he was at Anderlecht, wasn't he? He was at Burnley. And that was it. Not even close to Chelsea. Not beating PSG in a Club World Cup final and stuff like that. I know it's only Club World Cup, but it was a new version where people wanted to win it, and PSG were a good side. So, I look, I'm not saying he's a perfect manager, but I don't think the options were that good. I truly believe that the options were limited, and it was actually a pretty decent choice, a safe choice. He's definitely, of course, he's miles above Carrick. And he's definitely above Iraola too in terms of Iraola would have been a good manager, but once again, it's a different Manchester City, isn't it, than what Iraola, different team, different setup. So I'm not saying Maresca's brilliant, but I think it's a smart choice. Really, what, Nigel? But Iraola has got a great time at Bournemouth, absolutely. But there's no experience of Iraola at a top club yet. And Bournemouth via Carlo. Of course you would, Nigel, but is there any evidence of him managing a big club yet? There's not, mate. The only thing is Iraola would require a massive upheaval because the players that we've got are not built for him at all. The identity of Manchester City is not built around Iraola, like in terms of football. He's very much untested in cups in Europe, absolutely. Like, and I know the thing is, Maresca, they know he can coach players who want to play the Guardiola style because that's what we've invested in, and that's what he's learned from Guardiola. So Look, I'm not saying he's the perfect manager, but I think he might be a little bit better than people realise. I genuinely believe that. Give him the good players, and let's see what he can do. I'm actually genuinely, I'm mildly confident because I look around and I don't see what else there is really. Iriola wouldn't be the first manager who excels at a mid-table side that gets to the top and then doesn't actually kick on. We've seen it a billion times. He also might, but he also might suit Liverpool more than Man City. I think he would do. He's more young Klopp than young Guardiola, isn't he? Great ball. Oh no, terrible ball. I thought it was going to be a good ball, but he actually pinged it off the pitch. Do you really think we could have got Enrique, mate? Nigel, I mean this with the greatest respect. Do you truly think Enrique was going to leave Paris? Mate, they won 2 Champions Leagues in a row. Like, look, he was not coming. He was not coming to Manchester City. Like, he's got the best job in the world over at PSG. He's paid a fortune and he's managing the 2-time Champions League winners. Savinho, you wanted an Ait-Nouri. Like, Enrique loves life over there. He loves it. He loves his team. He's set for life. Yeah, absolutely. I think he wants it. I mean, he's having a great time. He wants to build a dynasty, doesn't he, at PSG? And Emery, yeah, maybe. But I also feel like he's another one of those who's suited for underdogs. Emery seems to be the manager who gets the most out of underdogs. I also don't know how suited Emery is to possession-based football, which City want to do. And all these players, so you have to get bin a lot of these players. City playing well here, by the way. Quite aggressive, and I do actually... Amorim, bloody hell. Yeah. And ultimately, the thing that's got me about Maresca, which has got me invested in him, everyone really likes him. And I know that sounds really obvious, but they really like him. Like, the players genuinely like him. The staff genuinely like him. And they also all rate him as a coach. So... The players... Gundogan apparently loves him as well. The players rate him as a coach. City trust him. He's such a safe pair of hands. There's no demons. He's got the ear of Guardiola, which is useful. So yeah, I'm not saying he's perfect, not Guardiola who is, but I think he might be better than you realise. The game is on. Yeah, we're 14 minutes in. Sorry guys, the game so far has been City have been all right actually. To be honest, it's a step up in quality, I'd say, of the other ones. We're pressing really aggressively. Reijnders is looking very lively. Preseason Reijnders. Preseason Reijnders is a different beast, isn't he? I'm watching it on mancity.com. Look at the drone flying over the pitch. That's so off-putting. Thank you, beautiful. The boy's okay. Nico's dropping a drink off me. Well, Savinho as well had a really nice run, didn't he? Chaotic, and got a shot away. But as always, it was the limpest shot you've ever seen. Yeah, I think Vitor Reis is a cracking player, Curtis. I really rate Vitor Reis. I think Vitor Reis has got a remarkable ceiling. I truly think he's going to be a top-class player. Do I think Rodri goes? I think there's a 50-50 chance. I don't think it's guaranteed. I don't think there's a guarantee, you know. I think Barca are already trying to undercut City, and I hope they stay firm. I think Reijnders would go to Forest. I think he'd be very happy in the Premier League. Get paid an awful lot. Managed by Glasner, a good manager. Especially if City are willing to let him go. Yeah, traffic on to Leeds is a shame, mate. Preseason just said City expect the deal to happen, did they? Okay. Blimey, well, I would be gutted if that happens, but... Oh, what a lovely ball to Semenyo. You just said where, mate? I've not seen that anywhere online. Was that Kovacic? What a poor ball from Kovacic. Kovacic is such an underrated passer. Oh, yesterday. Fair enough. We'll see, won't we? Foden on the ball. City looking good though, I would say. I do enjoy the aggressive approach of the wingers. Yeah, Fabrizio's a millionaire, man. Imagine being a millionaire from football room. It's just mental, isn't it? Semenyo's done really well. He's looking really good as a winger this summer. I can't play the commentary, Jensen. No, I'll get a copyright strikes, mate. Sorry, dudes. I would love to, but it's a watch along where I just chat to you guys. I mean, I'm sure you could probably find something somewhere. Try all the streaming sites. I don't think so chaotic. I think that's cope, if I'm being honest, mate. But I don't think he... Oh, no. Nearly a goal. Gvardiol. It's a good whip crossing by Foden. Gvardiol at the back post. You're more than welcome to cope, mate. I just don't think it's likely, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, it does feel a bit better if it's Barcelona, doesn't it? But I can't pretend I'm happy either way. Like, we've lost Rodri, so it's ridiculous. To lose Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Stones, and Ake in one summer, and Pep Guardiola. Fuck me, man. Are you kidding me? There is no way that that's ever going to be a good thing. Like, it's just a catastrophic stripping of experience and ability and quality. It's ridiculous. So, Evil Cat Lord said you heard rumours about Wharton. I don't know, mate, but what I do know, what I've been told anyway by the podcast the other day when I did it, the Manchester Evening News fella, Simon, is that City will replace Rodri if he goes. And that's not including Buadi. So there'll be another player. They want to replace the players, essentially. Enzo Fernandez. I mean, he probably will be Enzo Fernandez. I've never seen City sign a player that I am against as a person. It'll be very hard to know how to approach that. Good defending against Lookman for Nunes. So, see, Lookman's a real challenge, isn't it? Should we keep Bernardo? We couldn't, mate. His contract was up, dude. He wanted to go and he walked out on a free transfer. We had no say in it. It is worth remembering we were sort of near the top of the table, if not top. I can't remember where we were, but we won 9 games in a row, didn't we? We were something like that with Nico Gonzalez playing. That's the thing, isn't it, Nigel? It's very hard to... I don't even know how to approach it. It's weird. I've never seen City sign someone like that before, so I wouldn't even know how to start. Angelo Stiller. I don't know much about him, being honest, frankly. I know he's rated, but I couldn't tell you a lot about him. How you doing, Victor? You alright, mate? I mean, I think that's underplaying it, Scott. Um, uh, Definitely one. Thoughts on Joe Royle in 1999? What do you want me to say about Joe Royle in 99, mate? Joe Royle's a legend. He saved us from the brink, mate. I Yeah, I love Joe Royle. That was my he was one of the formative managers for me. I mean, Flex. That's it. I mean, I don't think that's true. I don't think you don't think you can say Zabaleta is, can you? It doesn't mean it's acceptable. And I can't love you from Semenyo. Semenyo's absolutely killing it. Oh, Phil, nearly. Semenyo's looking so lively right now, man. Marmoush is starting, yeah. He's so slow, so lively. Oh, Savinho nearly scored a blinder. City playing really nice football, eh? I wear these Wharton links. I'm not seeing them personally. That's £100 million there. I mean, I really rate Wharton. I think he's a cracking player. But 100 million, that's another £100 million, isn't it? I think Wharton's the kind of manager I'd love to see with Guardiola. Aguero knew a bit more English than you realised. Wharton links came from someone claiming to be his barber. Jesus Christ, lads. We are so starved. I mean this in the nicest possible way. We need to get a grip a little bit. Yeah, Anderson's better than Wharton. I think so. I think they're quite complimentary for what it's worth. Wharton is much more of an 8, I would say, like a Gundogan style take on the role, isn't he? Anderson much more bustling, box to box. Anderson's a really smart replacement for Bernardo Silva. He's not as intelligent as Bernardo Silva, absolutely not. Technical ability, not the same, but he definitely suits that relentless box to box energy. Yeah, of course we should have Darcy. Absolutely. Bruno G would have been one of my dream signings. But I think, if we're going to be really honest here, I think Bruno G might have actually wanted, in a post Guardiola world, I think he might have wanted, he might have wanted Arsenal. I think we have to accept that. I think right now, for a year or two, we're going to struggle a little bit sometimes with the pull. Um, I think as long as City show they can stay at the level, I think the pull will be back again. I think for a year or two, players are going to look at Manchester City and go, I don't know where they're at. And I think we're going to have to wait to see how. I think people are going to wait a little bit to see how serious City are. If we carry on being the same, the pull will be there still. It won't be a Guardiola thing, I promise you. Well, it is to an extent, but I think long as City show that they can keep winning, we'll be fine. And what's going to happen now? If Pep will stay, does Rodri stay? Probably, yeah. I think so, Nigel. I think he does the last year of his contract. But I think what we're going to see happen now is players looking at us to see where the new United or the new Liverpool years ago, where they dropped down massively, or Arsenal after Wenger. I truly believe people are going to wait for us to see where we go. And that's something we're going to have to navigate. The only way around that, the only way past it, is to challenge and win stuff. If City finish top 2 this season and we win a domestic trophy or whatever and go do all right in Champions League, people will go, oh no, City are fine. They're fine. Don't worry. They've not dropped off. Maresca has to sort of maintain. If Maresca maintains last year's standards, which you could argue isn't the highest where City has been, but it's still reasonable. Like second and a couple of trophies, and yeah, we'll be fine. And I think Scott's been very positive there. Scott said if pre-season is a testament for the actual season, I'm excited, we look good. I think we do, given the fact there's no O'Reilly, no Gay. There has been no... Who else are we missing? Anderson. Rodri, maybe. But definitely Shirky, definitely Haaland, definitely Doku. Yeah, multiple players. Pretty much everyone's improving at the highest level, Brian, other than a couple of managers who aren't available. So that's what, there's not many going around. Semenyo's on fire. I have seen the new Spider-Man. I saw it the other night, Barry. I thought it was a good film. I enjoyed it when I was there, but afterwards, my head's not really bounced around it much. I thought it was a good film. I enjoyed it. A couple of moments. I like these smaller moments more than the bigger moments. I wasn't that bothered by the main villain arc. I just didn't think it was that interesting. Yeah, I thought it was quite predictable, but I know it's a Spider-Man film, what you expect, but I thought some bits of it, I thought it was slightly overly long as well, actually. Jean Grey, well, I don't. Yeah, it's not that I didn't like her. I just didn't think the character was that interesting. I just didn't think it was. I don't want to spoil. I just didn't think it was that interesting. Like not in a bad way. I just wasn't that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I prefer the Toby ones when they're a bit more camp. A little bit more camp. Like power of the sun in my hands and all that. It's a bit more. I don't know, a bit more bombastic. It was good. It was a decent film. I don't think it was a great film. I enjoyed it, and there was some bits like the song they opened with was one of my favourite all-time songs, which was fun. Oh, superhero films should be a little bit camp, and there was some moments like that. I thought some of the bits where he was just being a kid nerding out were the best bits. I don't want to. It was very predictable. I knew exactly where it was going from the first minute. I think everyone knew exactly where it was going from the first minute. It was incredibly predictable. It's a superhero film. So, do you know what I finished watching last night? The Bear, and I thought, but the final season was miraculously good TV. I truly thought it was brilliant TV. That was one of the most satisfying conclusions to a TV show I've ever seen. I thought The Bear was brilliant, man. The end of that last season was remarkably intense and also just so optimistic. I loved it. So it's brilliant, well-rounded characters. Oh, they've stopped Lookman getting a shot there. Free kick. Punisher was alright. I thought he was a bit too soft though. Odyssey I thought was really good. I didn't think this once again, like, I think as a spectacle I thought the Odyssey was brilliant as a spectacle. I don't think the film was. I wasn't that bothered by the individual characters. A couple of characters I thought were really good. Some of them I thought were a bit one note. I thought it was to me the Odyssey is like an 8 out of 10. But as a cinema spectacle it's a 10 out of 10. But as a film, if I watched it at home on a small screen I would not be nowhere near as invested, if that makes sense. I just watched it at the IMAX and it was overwhelming and powerful. For example, when I watched Dune at the IMAX, Dune 2, I thought that was a much better film. I think I preferred Oppenheimer as well, actually. Don't get me wrong, I gasped out loud a few times in the cinema at Odyssey. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Scott. I think I've done really well with the City Social, to be honest, mate. I've just spent 5 minutes chatting about it, Zayed. Not sure you were listening, mate. But yeah, I said I thought it was a good film. Not a great one, but a good one. No, I'd see why you'd say that, Victor. I mean, I think they're both. I think June is. I've been waiting for a brilliant fiction series to, like a canonical Stephen edition. Like I like, for example, Lord of the Rings and things like that are part of my canon. I love them. I love fantasy, but I love sci-fi even more. So you give me sci-fi, like, oh. So June for me, 1 and 2, just masterpieces. So brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I can't wait for June 3. I've not seen Mighty Supreme. We should watch it. I might watch it with Nicola tonight, actually. Is Mighty Supreme good, chap? Also, here's my take. I prefer Timothée Chalamet to Tom Holland. I think Timothée Chalamet is a better actor than Tom Holland. I did watch Spider-Man, as I said, Zayed. I thought it was a good film, mate. Good film. Not a great one, but a good one. I watched I did watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I thought that was very entertaining, very charming. The characters were fun. The one brutal battle scene was one of the best the best depictions of what a battle would be like. The fear and terror of it and the brutality of it was ridiculous towards the end. I thought it was great fun. The only way Holland and Chalamet are comparable is they're in everything. And yeah, I saw Succession and really enjoyed Succession too. I love my cinema and film. Genuinely, one day when I've got the time, I'll be doing media, film, and TV reviews again because I love it. Zayed, stop asking the same question, mate. You're not listening. I do love Semenyo. I really admire his ability to hone in on his on his craft and improve himself. I think Semenyo's got this sponge-like ability to just absorb those around him, does that works, and improve on it. I didn't like Robert Pattinson in Odyssey. I thought he was just your typical snarling, pretentious villain who. Yeah, I've seen that character a billion times. Well, they're all like, "Get away from me, filthy beggar." It just felt a bit obvious. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy his. I didn't find him particularly charismatic in the Odyssey. Patterson. He did nothing wrong. I don't think the script was that good for him. If being honest with you, I think he did the best he could in a difficult script. But I think Patterson's a good actor. Semenyo's off again. Look at him go. Look at him going, man. Who is this demon? Brilliant. He's a fucking demon, man. I've not seen him. I've not seen Semenyo look like this in ages. Great characters, I agree, Brian. I agree, absolutely. I presume you're on about me. Great characters, great show. Savinho's done really well again there. No one there, man. It should be a tap in there. Mubama would be there for the tap in. Yeah, that probably is the point, Jamie. But as the big bad villain sort of, it doesn't make it that entertaining. If that makes sense. I didn't think any of the characters were that well rounded. I can't say it. Oh, Savinho's done really well again there. He's such a good dribbler. Oh, he's done brilliantly again. I'm enjoying the dribbling here. I think honestly, Savinho's playing really well. I'm sure he could do Victor, but I want to see him play out wing if he's going to dribble like this. To be fair, mate, he's using that physicality and pace so well. I'm loving this. I'm loving the focus on wingers. Well, Mubama would have scored already. That's the thing. Marmoush has got to do better on that. Did I see Project Hail Mary? I did indeed see Project Hail Mary, Nigel. I've seen it twice now. I saw it at the cinema and I watched it at home with Nicola. I loved it. I think it was a beautiful film. I think Project Hail Mary is probably my favourite film I've seen this year. It gets better the more you watch it. I loved it in the cinema, then I watched it with Nicola at home. I watched it on my own at the cinema because Nicola was with the baby. That's a really nice ball through. Donnarumma was done well to pick up. And I thought Project Hail Mary was really good fun. Really, really charming. I really liked Gosling's take on the character. I loved his little giggles. And I think the reason I loved Project Hail Mary is Rocky. Rocky has the attitude of a toddler. Like, you'll know what I mean if you've seen it. He just reminds me. Obviously, he's supremely smart, but sometimes he's just like a child. And I found that so much fun. I found it a lot of fun. I don't want to go too spoiler heavy, but I just found it so warm and so charming, and yeah, I really liked it. I thought the music was beautiful, the story was fun. Yeah, the karaoke scene was brilliant, and I've had that song in my head for about 3 weeks. Don't stop you crying, that it's gotta get away. What is it? Gotta get away from here. Well, how the lyrics go? I really like that song. I think Harry Styles has wrote a banger there. He actually is. Just stop you crying, it's a sign of the times. Welcome to the final show. I hope you're wearing your best goals. It's a really good song. We never learn, we've been here before. Why are we stuck and running from the bullets? I'm sorry. Just stop you crying, it's a sign of the times. We gotta get away from here. I really like singing that song. That'd be a karaoke song for me. Never sing again. I'm not that bad, mate. I'm alright. I was in a band for a while as a backup singer. Savinho's cut inside. Foden with a shot. Drifted it wide. Voice for a braille offer. Wow, thank you, mate. Just stop you crying. You're a Corn fan. Well, there we go. Good on you. Do you know Mr. B? Not personally, mate. No, can't say I've met him. What a pass that was out wide. But yeah, Project Hail Mary, recommend it. Great fun. Great film. Yeah, I always go. These days, give the prices. I always go to Tesco before I go to the cinema. Every Englishman knows Mr. Bean. We're all buddies of him. Absolutely. I had him round for tea last night, Mr. Bean. Good bloke. You should have seen the state of my kitchen after you left. Uh, Clumsy little guy, Mr. Bean. As you probably noticed, I truly just like chatting about anything I like. I love just chatting. Atletico going forward, good defending from Gvardiol. Ricardo, how you doing, mate? You alright? Whitley, any relation to the Whitley brothers? Do I sign autographs and take pictures? No one's ever asked me for an autograph, and no one ever will do, Brian. A couple of people asked for a picture, which is nice. Yeah, a few people have. Alright, Steve, get a picture, mate. And then I see him on Instagram later on. It's very sweet. I like it. Yeah, I get that semi-regularly, which is nice. Thoughts on the Ocarina of Time remake, mate? Don't you, I've never been more excited from a game. That is my childhood. Like, my favourite game of all time is probably Ocarina. Goal. 1-0. Dominguez for Atletico. He's trickled through into space. He's put in the bottom corner. I mean, let's have a look from the corner. Whips in. It's cleared from Gvardiol. It bounces back through his onside. He gets free of Vitor Reis between the centre backs. Goes between Diaz and Vitor Reis and thinks he passed the goalkeeper. It's not been it's not the fair result. City have played pretty good football in that first half. Just missed a billion chances. Ah well. That's a shame. So Dominguez apparently is tipped for greatness. I don't know much about him. Does anyone know anything about him? Like, I don't care about the score, if being honest. I think the performance has been good. That's the most important thing. And we're handicapped by a collection of poor players in this side that won't be anywhere near the first team, hopefully. I don't know how we're losing, man. It's been so one-sided. It's unbelievable. LB's losing on his channel, is he? I can't tell you I'm ever going to lose it over on a preseason game. LB's more than welcome to. I just don't care that much, mate. I'll be honest. It's just a friendly. It's a training session. I'm never going to get upset over a friendly. I just don't think it's possible for me to get upset for a friendly. LB's more than welcome to. I respect him. He's a top bloke. It's just not for me to lose any sleep over a preseason friendly. I mean, no, it's none of our business either, is it, Flex? To be honest, mate. None of our business. I don't care in a nice way. I care in the sense that I want him to be happy, but I don't care what it is. It shouldn't be panic, K West. I mean, Maresca. I watched his watched his press conferences, and he comes across as a very calm, amiable man, and like, there's a lot of thought behind his eyes. I like when you look at a person, you sense a smart man, and you look at Maresca. I don't always get that impression when I look at a lot of Premier League. Like, I don't like I look at a lot of Premier League managers talk, and I don't always get the impression of a really smart man behind their eyes. Like, I generally don't. I'm not just saying that to be picky. And I'm sure none of them are stupid, but I don't think that any of them, let alone, are that smart. Just experienced. Whereas when I watch Maresca talk, and there's a real there's a gentle knowledge behind those eyes, an intensity, but also a composure. I don't know how good he's going to be as a manager, but I definitely see an intelligent man there. Like, Maresca is clearly very intelligent. Clearly, I mean, it's obvious. Also got a very, very expressive, friendly face. I was surprised watching the press conferences. He's got a real friendly smile, which I know that doesn't much, but I I consider myself a good judge of a person's character based off the way that they a gentle. Yeah, I think I know what I mean by gentle knowledge. Like I don't think he's. Oh, Semenyo with a drill shot. Some people can be really smart and intimidating with it. Like Gvardiol can be a little bit like that sometimes. Like they're a bit aloof because they're the smartest person in the room. Maresca doesn't come across as that way. He's obviously incredibly knowledgeable, but he's gentle with his approach, and I like that. Like I think there is I think there's a difference. There is a difference. From my experience in life, there's a difference. And I try and be like that. I consider myself quite a smart person, not as smart as some, but my approach to life is gentle, I would say. Like some people get frustrated and others don't understand, and I never got frustrated if people don't understand. Largely, well, I do. Obviously, everyone does, but largely, I think he's a people person. Maresca, a lovely ball that. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, I mean we've had the chances in this game. I think Semenyo's been excellent. Maresca's baby Ancelotti. I mean, I think he has got a bit of those people skills to him, but we know he's a good coach. Like City would not appoint him if he wasn't a good coach. Guardiola rates him, and I think Guardiola knows a good coach. We don't know how good a coach he is yet. Oh, Lookman in between, great ball in between. In between. I mean, I think if that goes across the floor, Vitor Reis has got that. That's a good example of where defending's really hard. Like Diaz and Vitor Reis did nothing wrong then, but the pass was a good pass and the run was a good run. They were more touch tight and like they got his shot off anyway. Like all he can do is close down the angles there. The only mistake there is maybe letting the midfielder make the pass because the defenders can't stop the guy making a run. Reijnders in preseason is such an enigma, isn't he? Oh, Uncle Sharma in the chat. I'm so sorry, mate. I've had a really busy weekend. When? I will try and do it soon, mate. I don't know when, mate. It's so hard. Half time. Well, I'll promise you I'll get back to you, mate. Email me again now, Uncle Sharma in the chat, and I'll reply to it later on tonight. Half time, guys. I enjoyed that. I don't think it was perfect, but I thought that was still a good half. I think City played some good football. Yeah, Uncle Sharma, mate, I've got two little kids, pal, and I'm with them at home all day because it's the summer holidays over here, so the kids aren't in school. So getting back to people and organising times is really hard, mate, so I apologise. Uncle Sharma in the chat runs an Inter Milan fan channel and wanted to chat to me about John Stones, and I forgot to reply. Yeah, but that was good fun. That was good fun, man. I think that was a good half of football. It wasn't perfect, absolutely not, but I still think there was lots to take from that of decent stature. You know, I thought City had. There's some players not doing the job as well as others, but there's some who are clearly reveling in it. And to me, I enjoyed it. Let me know your halftime thoughts. I'm just going to do the tweet as always, as I always do at halftime. I very much looking forward to seeing the senior players come back as well, because I think we've got a collection of players that are very good, but we're lacking the elite quality bit of it, I reckon. That's one thing I'm taking from it. There's no John Stones interview scrubber. It's just an Inter fan channel wants to interview me for content on their channel, if that makes sense. And I forgot to reply to them. So, yeah, half-time, I think City have been really good. They've been... I think they've been good, actually, to be honest. The only difference is they've taken their one chance and we haven't taken any of ours. And I look around that team today, defensively, I thought we've been absolutely fine. Gvardiol, Nunes, Diaz, Vitor Reis, Donnarumma. If that was a defence that started the season, I wouldn't be that concerned. I like those players individually. Maybe switched off a little bit for their goal, but even then, it's one of those things where the ball could trickle through every now and then. I've seen that goal conceded against world-class defenders as well, so he sort of goes through Diaz's legs. He doesn't stop the ball trickling through. He pokes it past Vitor Reis. He taps it in. But and I don't think this title could win the league. Absolutely, this defense could win the league. No, I think you need a better one than that. But I think Vitor Reis is he's a good player. Diaz, Nunes, Gvardiol, they trust him. If they get rhythm and focus around him, I trust him. I think they're really good footballers. I think the midfield's been a weird one. I think Kovacic has actually been pretty decent. I think Reijnders hasn't been too bad either, but they lack I don't know. They're like a bite still, I would argue, maybe a defensive awareness. But I think they're good players, clearly. I would expect both of them to make way when certain players are back and available, depending on the stature of certain players and who we sign and so on. But I don't think they've been that bad. I actually think the wingers have been really good. Semenyo has been really, 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 really aggressive. They are proper wingers who are been given a license by Maresca to go and get at people and run. And to me, that's what I want to see. Like, I know wingers have always been allowed to dribble under Guardiola, but this is another level of aggressiveness. You can tell they are being told to hit the fullback immediately. Just get at them, get at them, get at them, get at them. It's a different level of assertiveness. Like, they are really going at him completely. And then you go to Foden. He's played a couple of nice passes. Phil Foden. He's been involved a fair bit. Not like dramatically exciting from Phil Foden, but I think he's been okay. Kept the ball really nicely. Just needs to be on the ball a little bit more, if I'm being honest, with Phil Foden. Reijnders is such an enigma, because Reijnders in pre-season looks like one of the best midfielders in world football. He's mad. Like, he's got so much aggression. He runs at people so well. He darts past people. But the second, what we saw last season, the second all that space disappears in the Premier League and teams are more structured and organised, he loses a lot of that momentum and what makes him so impressive. And yeah, it's an enigma, really. I don't know if he can do it, but he's clearly a good footballer. Yeah, was it a De Bruyne-esque pass from Foden to Semenyo? It was. It absolutely was. It was a brilliant pass. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Oh, Chaotic, mate. Thank you so much, pal. You're a legend for being a member. Thank you so much, my friend. Top bloke. Yeah, big love to Chaotic. You're an absolute superstar, mate. Thank you so much, mate, for supporting the channel. It's massively appreciated. Marmoush. Oh, Shea Charles to Fulham. Interesting. That's a good little signing for him. Another player from that Maresca era who was in that team, now in the Premier League again. What a team that was. Marmoush has been disappointing. The caveat is it's early on in pre-season, and Marmoush is the kind of player that needs to get rhythm and play football to find his own form. But you'd want more, wouldn't you? You'd want more from Marmoush, almost certainly. I think that's fair. I don't think it's unreasonable to expect more. I don't think it's unreasonable to want more from Marmoush. There's a few times where Savinho and Semenyo have done so well to beat their defender. They've ran aggressively at the back line, got to the byline in Savinho's case a few times, and he's just not found a position to make himself available to score. Like, Marmoush, you've got to be there, man. You've got to be there. Semenyo should be at the back post when Savinho's getting to, and vice versa. I think Marmoush is a good player, but I don't think Marmoush is the kind of player that's suited to being a backup striker. Yeah, he doesn't strike me as a backup striker. He's very much a rhythm player. Like, he needs to play an awful lot of football to find his best rhythm. I think he needs to go somewhere and be one of the main men starting week in, week out. I think it suits his game much more. I always think the best players to be a backup striker to an Erling Haaland, a young, hungry striker. Like Alvarez, Gabriel Jesus, something like that. And the reason it works is because they're young. They got relentless energy, relentless optimism and drive, and they really want to make a name for themselves. And that's not to say Marmoush does, but Marmoush is, as I said in the podcast the other day, I don't mean in a literal sense, but metaphorically, he's fat, he's well fed. The guy's got a lot of money, a lot of success, and he's got a very comfortable, easy life, hasn't he? That's not to say he doesn't care. I don't feel that for a second. But I would much rather someone who's desperate to make a name for themselves as the backup to Erling Haaland. And you see what you saw with Alvarez, or you saw what you saw with Gabriel Jesus when Aguero was in the team. Like these young players with just so much ability and a desperation. Like, yeah, I just don't think guys in the mid-20s on big contracts are the perfect backup striker. I think it's a waste of money, if I'm being honest, and a waste of resources, because I don't think you get the best out of Marmoush. I don't think you get the best out of Haaland. And you definitely don't get the best out of the finances. He doesn't play, yeah. He should be a guy who's on 100k, or 90 to 100k a week, something like that. 20-year-old, aggressive, wants to prove it, comes in, plays 20 games a season. Why did we sign him? I don't know. They thought he'd be like Alvarez, but it's hasn't worked, has it? Yeah, and he's maybe not as flexible as before either. I just don't think it's working. And you never know how they're going to be as a rotation player until it happens either. I just don't think... I just feel like we had a big overhaul to do, a massive overhaul to do, and they went at it aggressively, and they signed a bunch of players, and there was too many changes. There was too many changes that they had to make in a short period of time. As a result, a few of them have not really landed, I would say, in the way that they would have hoped. I don't think Delap should come in personally. I think he's at a stage where he needs to play now as well. Delap's too senior now, man. He's too senior. He's been around too much. I don't know who it could be. But there must be a striker in Argentina somewhere who's 20 years old, who scored 20 goals. I'm gonna look. Argentina League, top scorers. Who are they? Let's have a look. Who are they, man? Who's Gabriel Avalos? Who is he? Paraguayan footballer, 35 years old. There's your man. There he is. This is the fella. Zayed football. There you go, mate. I've said it a few times. There we go. Get Gabriel Avalos in, the 35-year-old mate. He's going to score. He's going to be desperate to score. Who's Jordi Caicedo? How old is he? 28 years old. Get this guy in. I actually felt, just, you know, when we were linked to that is it Japanese striker from Celtic? I've forgotten who. Was he Japanese? That made sense to me. There's a hunger there because he hasn't played at the level yet. I think there's something in that. Plays in Flaco Lopez. I don't know who he is. Let's have a look who Flaco Lopez. Flaco Lopez. He's 25 years old, mate. Yeah, he's not an up-and-coming striker. Kyogo, that's it, Kyogo. How did Kyogo do on Kyogo for Furuhashi? He's at MLS now, isn't he? I only scored 1 goal for Birmingham. It was weird. Like, they actually had a really good start. Maybe wrong. I think he might have scored more than you realise. Chris Wood, get Chris Wood in. I don't know who it could be, but I don't think Marmoush works currently. I mean, it could be Simeone, absolutely. I think your best bet might actually be Simeone. You know, when Haaland's not available. But then you want to rest Simeone if he's going to start every week. So you need... I don't know. You know what you need? Nico Jackson, where he was 2 years ago at Chelsea. That is the ideal scenario. A Nico Jackson from 2 years ago. Nico Jackson's vastly underrated at Chelsea. I truly believe they messed it up. No, I don't think I'm being too harsh on Marmoush and Ingenuity, because I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying I don't think he works as a backup striker. Like the role of a backup striker is a very specific one. It's like the role of a backup striker to Haaland is not that different to the role of a backup goalkeeper. It isn't, because Haaland starts every single game, like every single game, and he's only one spot. That's it. There's one spot. So if you've got someone with real ability and hunger, like Trafford, for example, they want to move on. It's like we had with Alvarez. He wanted to move on, but it's still the optimal way to do it. Nico Jackson's a really good footballer. You know, his finishing's a bit hit and miss, but Nico Jackson's a bit Gabriel Jesus-esque. He is, in terms of his touch is really good, and he's technically a good footballer. His finishing's a bit wayward sometimes, but he's a good footballer, Nico Jackson. Do you know what everyone talks about Gabriel Jesus, right? As if he's some bum. And like everyone forgets how good a Gabriel Jesus was for Man City. I'm just going to show you Gabriel Jesus' look at his stats of Man City. People forget, like, this was our backup striker. You can't quite see it over here, I don't think. I'll try and get on the screen. I mean, he scored... This down here in the bottom corner, I'll highlight it down there. 13 goals last season, 14. But in his first couple of seasons, he's got 17, 21 and 23. I mean, that is a lot of goals to score. 21 and 23 goals. I know he played a lot of football, but very useful. So versatile. I've always liked Gabriel Jesus. I thought he was a really good player. 95 goals in 236 games. As a guy who was often just, rotating with Aguero, that's really impressive, man. As if he's been away for like that long now. Bloody hell. Yeah, I just think Marmoush is a good player, but I just don't think he necessarily suits the role that he's got. I just don't know if he does. Shaquille Van Persie. Is he a good player then? I don't even know Watkins would work. I think he'd get bored very quickly and start collecting his wages. I just think he'd start collecting his wages and be, yeah, sure. I don't like players that just collect the wages, and I think someone like Watkins would be. I mean, he's going to be a backup striker. It has to be from a slightly lower level, like Chris Wood, for example. K. Martin said, every backup striker we'll ever sign won't be good enough. We'll get frustrated with lack of minutes. I agree. That's why it has to be someone who's not expensive. Like, Alvarez wasn't expensive. Yeah, agreed. But then Gabriel Jesus and Alvarez would score off the bench. I think they were better players by some way, even being honest with you. I think it's not even... I don't think it's even close. I think Gabriel Jesus is a much better player than Marmoush. I truly think that's... I'm not just saying that. I think he's a much better player. The peak Gabriel Jesus? It's not even close. He's not a striker, Stevie Street. Echeverri's not a striker. He's a number 10. Who isn't that good. He's not that good, in my opinion. I think we messed up there. I think he's... Yeah, I think he's moving on a little bit. He's going to move on, I reckon. But yeah, it's hard. It's a very hard balance. It's a very hard balance to find, isn't it? We need to find somebody. Other way, going back to the actual game, I feel the first half was pretty good. The wingers had a lot of fun. Reijnders had a lot of fun. Semenyo had a lot of fun. Savinho, Reijnders in particular, just bursting past people for fun. Defensively, a bit easy to get through as always. I expect that when we've got Kovacic and Reijnders and Foden as a midfield, there's not much defensive balance there. There isn't at all, really. Well, Chris Wood, wouldn't be against it. I think it's fun. I just don't know if he'd be able to get the rhythm of not playing very often. Steve, yeah, I don't know. I think he's a good player, Brian. We just needs to play football. Yeah, just needs to play football. So apparently, Rito Reis off, and Rico Lewis is on. Yeah, so there we go. Bring back Boney here. I don't even know who Esposito is, mate. You keep mentioning him. Let me have a Google. Who's Esposito? A very average striker who scored 7 goals last season for Calgary. I mean, Esposito really, like, this guy's got 40 goals in 200 games. No chance, mate. 40 goals in 200 games is not good enough for me. Oh, the Inter one? I don't know. Oh, Inter. So who's the Inter fella? Oh, 21 years old. Okay, fair enough. So there was a K-pop pop performance at halftime. Apparently, fucking hell, what have you done to the world, America? All these performances, they've normalised it. How did Vita Hayes do? Victor Vladimir Weiss. I think you got your players mixed up there, mate. Oh, he's fine. He did okay. Everyone did okay in that half, other than maybe our composure in front of goal. So I You guys okay down there? Yeah, good. Could I have a biscuit at some point? Starving. Yeah, of course you can, yeah. Do you have any thoughts on Samuel versus Etihad? No, of course I don't, mate. Well, I do, but nothing that matters. Etihad Intel is just some kid playing the game, obviously. You know why they know they're playing in the no game? Because they'll disappear in a month or two. As always, it's just another purple panel. There's always these... And Samuel obviously gets bored by it all because he's an actual journalist. Hey, babies. Hello, fireman. Oh. Hello. Hey, Ruben. Hey, Cassie. Yeah, you got your city kit on, mate.
Yeah, it's got your city kit.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll go get some biscuits, Daddy.
Thank you. What biscuit? There we go. City. Yeah, but Ruben. You're gonna go la. You're talking to the mic, just don't know, grab it, mate. I'm being a... Oh, Cassie, mate, don't do that. He's broken my mic. It's alright, it's fixed. We're probably going to score now because Cass is here. All Ruben's here.
What did he do?
You knocked the mic down, it's alright, mate, I fixed it. What are you doing? What's that? What, mate? It's the mouse, mate. Cassian. Don't be grabbing stuff, pal. You can hold that, mate. You can hold this.
Daddy?
Yeah?
No lightsaber.
That's not a lightsaber. You got that. You got it's a...
The lightsaber.
I got two small children here where Nicola gets me a biscuit, so that's the price I'm paying.
Daddy?
Yes, mate?
This crazy feather.
What's that crazy feather? That's a picture of my favourite ever album, but it's the pattern of it. Cass, no. Hurry up, Nicola! Hurry up! He's trying to run off as fast as my office up, Cass. Cassian. There you go, mate. So this is my other second son called Cassian. If you're watching, named because we thought Killian was a bit too common, and Cassian we saw it and thought it was cool. That's a lot of biscuits. That's a lot of biscuits. There you go, Mummy's got him.
Daddy, you get very poorly.
I get very poorly. I'll get very happy, mate.
Daddy.
Yes, biscuit, mate. Can I have a crispy? There you go.
Can I have one?
Of course you can, mate. There you go. M&S lovers, Elite Crisps. Big grin in his face then. Couldn't resist it, it was there. Raspberry. Alright, thanks for the crisp. Second half underway. This is my life during pre-season, during some holidays of pre-season. In me, I have...
I need to get him down there, don't I?
It's a dog.
It's a sword. I think that's actually from your easel, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, you can take Ruben down first.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Guys, I'm going to take the kids down because Nicola struggles on these stairs.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second.
I'm going down.
You are going down because I've got to work. Excuse me.
Oh.
Oh, wait, it makes sense if I take Ruben down first. Right, I'll be back in a minute, guys. Nicola,
Take over.
You talk.
I need that.
And Mum will bring it down for you.
Hi guys. This is Cassie. This is who's going to take over the channel with Ruben. He's a demon. You just want food all the time, don't you? You want the biscuits. He's going to just... What? Okay, bye.
Tell me how it's happening. Bring that thing down. Bring the red thing down.
What red thing?
That Ruben dropped.
Where is it?
There, that the other side, yeah. Go now, quickly.
I'm coming. Right, I'm coming. Go.
Love yous. Back again, everyone. Apologies for that. That's my beautiful family. There we go. So I've got a stairs that like that, basically, over my office, and Nicola's not comfortable going down them with Cass. So hence why I helped. See that like 2 minutes of chaos there? All day, every day. Wouldn't change it for the world. But I'm a tired man. Nice cross there. Sorry. I'm knackered. Savinho doing really well as always, but nothing coming from it. I promise I won't eat too much. Just that I'm very hungry. Nicola? Do you want to make sure for later we've got some bags packed to go to my mum's? Okay. Sorry. Just a bit of parenting on the go. Thank you very much, Logan. I love him. I'm the happiest man in the world, truly. I'm obsessed with my family. They're just all my best mates. The boys are dead chill. They're dead fun. They love each other to bits. Me and Nicola are best friends. I've now 12 years, and I'm dead happy. And I love where I live, and I love what I do. Very lucky man. I've worked hard at it, though. Worked hard at fostering happiness, and it's something you have to work hard at. Here's my one bit of advice for relationships. It's this simple. A relationship stops working when one half of it stops trying. That simple. And if you stop trying, it could be many reasons, but that's when it stops working. So I always make sure I'm telling my family I love them and I'm trying for them. And if they do the same for me, we're all happy. It's dead simple. Dead simple. That's my view on life. Life isn't any more complicated than that, I promise you. Oh, it's Semenyo behind. Touch lets him down. Semenyo's going to have a really good season, you know. I think he's going to be really impressive this year. I think he's going to score an awful lot of goals. You could be looking at a guy who gets 20 odd goals with like 15 assists. It could be really impressive. No idea, mate, about Mukasa. Maresca dodged the question very politely. He said, it's just because we've got too many players. I'd be amazed if Heskey was ahead of Mukasa. It'll be something to do with transfers. Yeah, either he's... Oh, Kovacic has been caught out. Shot went straight down Donnarumma's throat. Kovacic a bit sloppy there. Mukasa, I would have guessed it's because he's either got a transfer going on, maybe, and he's gone out there, but some clubs come in for him. I would expect if there's a transfer being negotiated, sometimes they don't play him because they don't want to get injured, or because they're putting someone else in the shop window, or because Maresca doesn't rate him, but I don't know. Lovely from Phil. Nice term. That's what I want to see more of. Chelsea into Johor Darul Tazim. Who's that, mate? Is that a Frenham from the from June? I no idea who that is. Lisan Al Gheib. It's a bit that, mate. You're the world's biggest Arsenal fan. Are you really, mate? I'm going to be honest with you. The world's biggest Arsenal fan wouldn't be seen dead on a Manchester City fan channel. Happy you're here, but you're obviously not the world's biggest Arsenal fan. Because the world's biggest Arsenal fan wouldn't even go near another fan's channel because they're so obsessed. Yeah. Kusanov, we no idea, mate. It's just some personal issues. He's fine. Well, he's fine. It's just sorting some personal stuff out. So. Free kick in a good position from Foden's foul. Maybe he is, maybe you're right. I mean, I don't know why I'm the enemy, but, you know. To be watching the game instead, not me. I agree. Marmoush is nowhere near as effective. Nowhere near as effective as Savinho on this side. But Savinho does want to go, so. Savinho's going to play a lot of football if he stays this season, by the way. Maresca clearly rates him. Who do you think should replace Rodri? Well, I wanted I wanted Bruno G. I don't even know after that. How do you answer that, mate? No idea. I don't think there's anyone to replace Rodri, is there? Oh, no idea, my friend. Absolutely no idea. The drop-off's depressing. Yeah, has Reijnders ever taken a good free kick at Man City? He probably has at some point, but he's mostly bad. What happened to Sterling? If I'm being honest with you, I think Sterling's issues were sort of himself, if being honest. I think he just burnt out. Oh, Semenyo's done brilliantly. Ah! Oh, unbelievable. 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 That is just unbelievable. That is world class. Who is this guy? Like, if this is the Semenyo we've got next season, he's going to be player of the season. Good tapping from Marmoush. He's in the right place. But look at that from Semenyo. That is brilliant. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. 1-1. Semenyo with a great bit of skill and determination to get past the burn. Then a cross with his left foot. That is brilliant play. Absolutely brilliant, man. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I just saw Noisy Neighbours podcast call him Tony Spunks, which is just unbelievable. Tony Spunks, what a name, what a nickname. The goal, so basically the ball was going out for a throw-in. Semenyo, like, he slid in. He slid in to keep it on the pitch. And but as he was like sliding down, still sliding from the challenge, he dinked over defender's foot, got up, ran at the fullback, and yeah, it was beautiful. Great ball in behind to Semenyo. And he's got another cross. Unbelievable. Semenyo in behind again. Another assist from Semenyo. Marmoush with another tap in. Someone said I saw someone say the other day that he might be our player of the season, Semenyo, this year. Might be the most impressive pre-season performances I've ever seen from a Manchester City player. It's ridiculous. Remarkably impressive stuff. Just onside, maybe. Great ball from Josko Gvardiol over the top. Semenyo cuts it back. Yeah, I think he might just be world class. I'm investing everything I have. Investing everything I have in Semenyo. If I played FPL, he'd be one of my first picks. Like, honestly. Have you got VAR? It's pre-season, lads. Chill out. Marmoush scored the second, Suzanne. The goal was, well, it's a ball over the top from Marmoush, from Gvardiol to Semenyo, who cut it across for a tap-in again. 2 tap-ins. I do love their Atletico crying in pre-season, by the way. It's immense. I've just told you, Suzanne Vella. You're not listening, Marmoush. Tony Spunks. Tony Spunks is incredible. I think as much as like Savinho's been good as well getting forward, his final ball is nowhere near as good as Semenyo's. So the Korean fella's coming on, Lee Kang-ging. These Christmas on Morris, I apologise. That would be nice, wouldn't it, Monga McAdoo, mate? But he's not on the bench today, unfortunately. So the bench is... Let me find... So there's lots of changes happening. So who came on for Nico Gonzalez? For Kovacic. Yeah, Kovacic came on off. Yeah, Shea Charles, another one from that generation. Trafford, Palmer, Macatino, all like that. A little bit younger, admittedly, but just another player from City's academy that is really good. Gone to Fulham now. Obviously, it won't be as easy for the Like Savinho and Semenyo are very fit. Like they've had they know like Semenyo. Obviously, they went out really early, Ghana, and he's got back and he's resting. He's up for it. Savinho's had a summer off. It'll be different in the Premier League, of course. They'll have less space. You know, the teams will be better organised and so on. But I'm still enjoying it. Doku, they're all back on Monday, so they're all back tomorrow. When City get back, on Tuesday, I think they'll probably be back on Tuesday. They probably join the team on Wednesday. I'm going to guess they're going to fly back tomorrow. Are they going forward? Rico's at left back, hasn't he? Which is interesting. Don't lie to me, mate. So they've obviously got the factor now of the. No, he's not getting to that, Marmoush. No, I don't, Alex. When they're both kids still, mate. They're not good enough. Is that a genuine question, Ice Army? Do I think O'Reilly's hit his ceiling already? What possible reason could I have to think he's hit his ceiling? Like, why would O'Reilly suddenly at 21 years old hit his ceiling? Like, not even close, mate. Nico O'Reilly can be vastly better than he is. Like, vastly better. Who did Mubama come on for? Let's have a look. I'm going to guess Semenyo. Yeah, I think it's Semenyo. Marmoush gone to the left. Yes, Semenyo. Really good. Yeah, they got back really well there. Nunes. Gvardiol. Bit slow to get to him, I would say, but they got back and covered it. Well, he's definitely not hit his ceiling. He's obviously to get much better. I mean, he learned how to be a great left back in about 5 minutes, so why would he not learn how to get better? Of course he's going to get better in every other position. I mean, no one hits the ceiling at 21 years old, do they? Elliot said, I've got a really good feeling with this group. I do too. I mean, you've got to ask. You got to ask what they're capable of. When they got everyone else back too. Yeah, it's a good bunch of players. I mean, don't forget last season they were only 2 or 3 games away from a treble. Like this, there was a real quality there from Manchester City last season. We weren't always perfect, but we were only 2 games away from winning the league. We won 2 domestic trophies. The team was a good side, man. Not a great side, but a good side, clearly. So they will get better. They will get better. And I know we'd lost a lot of quality, but a lot of these players are on the up. Garnacho did, yeah, well, of course, mate. But I even then, I think Garnacho didn't peak. I think he just went wrong, if that makes sense. I think Garnacho, was he ever really that good? That's one thing. Garnacho never had a season like O'Reilly. He was a backup sort of rotation player, rarely a guaranteed starter. A lot very young and also a disaster. I know what you're saying, that players can peak, but I don't think any player should learn everything they can learn at 22 years old, 21 years old. Absolutely not. Will he reach a high level? Garnacho? Maybe not, but does that mean he can't get to a high level? Absolutely not. Of course he can get better if he wants to. It's all about mentality. The one thing we don't doubt about Nico O'Reilly's mentality. The guy is clearly exceptionally focused and a really good player. So I've got no worries whatsoever about Nico Riley's mentality. Garnacho, you do. Because Garnacho does have bad mentality. So yeah, Nico Riley has got great mentality, so he'll be fine. Garnacho is a shellfish crybaby. Well, there we go. Shellfish crybaby. Yes, Zayed, I can only presume you're like 14 years old, mate. Bless you. You're very sweet, but there's no way like you're an adult. Surely not, pal. Much love to you anyway, mate, for watching. Thank you so much. And of course, yeah, I remember your comments from 10 minutes ago. I'm having a laugh, Sam. I know it was a typo, pal. The thing is, you can't really replace that experience, Brian, because the experience is circumstantial. You know, like it has to be to the context of where the team's at. How many people can you get in to replace the experience lost of playing for a team like Manchester City and what they've achieved? You just can't really. You just sort of can't. Really good player, Lee Kangin. I liked him at the World Cup. I thought he was ace. And they love him there too. Thanks, ADB3485. Cheers, mate. It's a bit aimless to chat today, I'll be honest, but it's a preseason game, mate. What's the point in doing anything else other than just having a chat? Hype what deserves hyping and chat about what deserves chatting about. Semenyo's form has deserved hyping because he's been excellent. Everyone else has been, yeah, whatever. They're there. Good header, but it's right at Donnarumma. It's quite far out. Just sending Nicola a voice note. Enjoy the garden. Lots of little bits sticking out under the wood chip, so careful with them, Mukasa. I have to say it. Love you. Bye bye. She's gone to the garden, the boys, but we've got a garden. It's like a jungle, and I'm not sure if she's noticed that some bits of like weeds of like twigs have come out from the wood chip, and so I'm letting her know to her. So she's aware that the baby doesn't fall over and hurt herself on him. I mean, De Bruyne obviously can't come back. He's done at this point. I love him. He's my favourite Man City player, but he's obviously done. And Shirky obviously will up the creativity an awful level because Shirky is a remarkably gifted footballer. I suspect Foden will start next weekend against Arsenal because the other lads wouldn't have had any minutes. But it is what it is. Do I think Rodri will sulk? No. Yes and no. But I think Rodri's the kind of person who will take out his frustrations on the pitch. And I think Rodri's too good. He's also smart enough to understand that the better he plays, is the more money he's going to get when he moves on a free transfer in a year. There's no one I'm desperate for to step in. I mean, the one I really want is Boadi, and we're going to get him, hopefully. It was Bruno G after that, so we'll see. Just the cream now. I don't think he goes in January if we keep him. No chance. I don't think he does either. I think at that point City will just keep him. I don't think it's guaranteed that Roger goes, you know. I think there's a good chance. But I don't think it's guaranteed. I've no idea. And at this point I probably expect him to go, yeah. I still think there's a solid chance that he's here at the start of the season. Can't give him a chance there. He could have had the stadium in raptures. For what it's worth, no Bremer name. No Bremer name, whatever. I think Boadi's reputation actually comes from before the World Cup. Because he's been like playing for 2 years now as a teenager in one of the toughest leagues in the world. And got Lille to the Champions League. Impressed the Bernabeu. Obviously it helps hype it a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Did Haaland deserve the Ballon d'Or? Absolutely, of course he did, mate. 100% should have won the Ballon d'Or. It was brilliant for Lille last season. I've been watching bits of him, and he just looks so impressive. Like his technical ability is ridiculous. I really like him. I think he's going to be a cracking player. Is Saliba going to be available, mate? Is he injured? When was that new video, Barry? And for what it's worth, yeah, I mean, whatever does that even mean? I hope for you, mate, we get him. I really like Wharton. I don't think Frankie De Jong is a Premier League midfielder. I think those days are gone. I really like Frankie De Jong. Good. Oh, Mubama through and goal. He should have scored. Well saved from the keeper, but good run. And Foden with the follow-up header, but straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah, I just don't think De Jong has the Premier League physicality. He gets injured a lot. I think 10 years ago, if came when Gvardiol was around or whatever, I think he would have been great and would have grown into a Premier League player. But I think right now it'd be a massive culture shock and he'd be injured before we knew it. Really talented, but yeah. Fabrizio videos an hour ago. Fair enough, man. Well, he's always got to do an update. Like, I think he... He's always got to do an up video. I don't take the things he says on YouTube videos that seriously because I think he saves any actual updates for social media. The videos are just to people watch. He gets money out of it. Like, no offense, mate, but that's what he's doing. Ten minutes left. Not been a lot of changes. You can tell he's obviously working towards a team now, isn't he? Only 3 changes. Ait-Nouri's coming on, isn't he? I think, but other than that, it's been really quiet. Yeah, I think that's fine, Victor. I mean, for what it's worth, I don't care about any of the transfer journalists, if that makes sense. I don't care about them. Like, I don't have... Like, they are just a product of the environment that we've created as football fans. MH third, I have no idea, mate. I would guess YouTube is better. I don't really know, mate. I don't know. Why not both? Why not? I don't actually know, mate. I don't know. Honestly, whatever you prefer. What I would ask for everyone, if you do me a massive favour, is just go over to the City Social podcast, give it a review. Go and give it 5 stars. If you're watching now, I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put a link on Spotify right now. I'm going to put it in the chat. Please do me a massive favour. Echeverri's coming on. Go and give this... click this now. Click it. Click it and give it a 5-star review. Please click. If you've done it, put your hands up in the chat and I'll sing a song how much I love you. It massively helps. Really helps, I promise you. Go and do me a massive favour. It's 200 people watching. Just do me a favour and do that. If I got 200 new reviews on that, honestly, the popularity of my podcast would rocket. So please do me a favour, right? Did I predict the score in the thumbnail? Obviously, yeah, mate. I'm a genius. No, I edit it as the game's going on. I just change it, update it, mate. No, it does help if you don't mind giving me a 5-star review. I think my podcast is really good. I think one of the best things I've done. Yeah, he's offside, Ait-Nouri. Ait-Nouri was a change for Marmoush, Echeverri on for Savinho. Apple Music the same, yeah, absolutely. I'll do if you want to do Apple Music too. I would love it if you do it on Apple Music too. Can't review without listening to it. Think of what I do on here, MH the Third. But better. Because I have guests on who are smarter than me, so there we go. There's the Apple one if you want to support there. I'm like, honestly, with these people like myself, content creators, you don't use it, you lose it, mate. Like, if you want to help support us and keep doing this, guys, the likes, the subscribes, the shares, it all helps. It all helps. Massively does. Keeps the lights on. Why not Wharton? I like Wharton, mate. I think he's a very good player. I would love it at Wharton at Man City. Thank you, Scott. Scott Turner 383 383. Scott Turner 3883 383. Oh, there we go. Thank you. MH the third gave me 5 stars on Spotify. He's a legend. Thank you so much, mate. You can't review it by listening to it. Oh, fair enough. I didn't realise you couldn't do that. Well, he's played the wing a few times, Ait-Nouri, so almost certainly. Big hug from Angola. Thank you. Big hug from well, not Manchester. Ramsbottom is where I'm from, the north of Bury, but yeah, big hug from the northwest of England. Big hug from England. Jimmy play dirty, has give me 5 stars. Jimmy play dirty, has give me 5 stars. Legend. There's your song. Thank you, guys. More than you believe. It means more than you believe. My aim is to be the biggest Manchester City podcast. I don't think I'm far off. I think it's going really well already. I don't know how to pronounce your name, mate. Ali Al Rufeya 11. You gave me 5 stars too. Legend. Thank you so much. Oh, good long range shot there. Is it Nunes? It was Echeverri. No, it was Nunes who did the shot. Why not have a shot sometimes, man, in pre-season? Try and score a screamer. Even if it's just for your highlight reel. Nunes catching the Walker flu. Well, it was on target, so there we go. That's an improvement. It was a decent effort. I don't mind people having a shot every now and then from distance. Steve, Man City 8, you're a superstar. Thank you so much for the 5 star. Cheers, pal. Massively appreciated. Do you know what the traumatic part was? Well, if it's yeah, I mean, it was a little. He always dragged it wide, didn't he? He always just dragged it just slightly wide. As he put his foot through it. The traumatic part of the Walker taking the shots is when he took the shots. He did it at the most annoying time, like just when we needed him not to do it. Oh, you got to. Was that Echeverri at the back post? Chance for Echeverri. Lovely cross from Ait-Nouri, I think it was. Oh, nice, Ollie. Who do you play for, mate? Yeah, Ramy's awesome. That's a nice cricket pitch. And behind that, obviously, you're right next to the steam train, which is beautiful. And then behind that is Nuttall Park, which is I'm there all the time with the boys. I love it. Who's everyone's captain for next season? To me, it's Haaland. I think it has to be Haaland for me. I know Diaz is. There we go. 1-on-1. Oh my God, Ait-Nouri. That is the worst touch. Echeverri's just put it on a plate for him. His touch has let him down big time. What is that touch, mate? Well, there he's got another chance and he scored it. Well, there we go. Yeah. Ait-Nouri's just got the third. Much better the second time rather than the first. He looked miles offside. We need to see that again. Let's have a look. Oh, he's miles on, yeah. He is on. Mubama with the pass. Yeah, I mean, he's on. Good finish. Two goals now in 2 games. Fair play, man. Fair play. Kid knows where the goal is. Foden's been a bit quiet today, if I'm being honest. Like, he's done okay, but he's been a bit quiet. He's playing at number 10, yeah. Or number 47, obviously, but yeah. Can you act like a commentator? Well, I can try. I'm not a commentator. Thank you very much, Scrubber. Scrubber89, you're a legend. Cheers, mate. So try and be a commentator. No, it's a big chance for Lee Kangin in front of the Seoul World Cup Stadium. He could have had his name sang out for the rest of the evening if that had gone back in. A chance for Atletico to get back into the game too. Could have been 3-2. And Nunes has just applied a little bit of pressure there, just enough to knock him off balance. And as a result, he can't get his feet around it. Let me know how I do as a commentator. But City will feel this has been a good workout so far for Enzo Maresca's men. Of course, the conditions are humid, it's hot, it's sticky here. But the lessons you can learn can absolutely be taken into the season. And City will feel they've been the better side so far. It's been a good performance from Maresca's Manchester City side against a much harder task than the Inter game or the K-League All-Stars game. Atletico Madrid, this team was competitive. You only have to see the reaction after the second goal. They wanted that not to count. They care about this game. And so far, Maresca's side are doing what they need to. Damn it. And so far, Maresca's side are doing what he's asking them. The wingers are being great. They're being assertive. Semenyo's got 2 assists. Marmoush has got 2 assists. Of course, there's bigger challenges to come in the Community Shield next weekend. But this Manchester City side have had a good pre-season. Isn't that right, co-commentator? Yeah, I think this City side have been really good. It's hot out there. It's difficult conditions. But Semenyo, I mean, whatever he's got in his food, who knows? He's had his Weetabix, that man, hasn't he? Really good performance for him. I liked what I've seen as well of generic academy playing number 4. You know, he's had a good pre-season so far. Yeah, he has. Just hold you on there, co-commentator, because City going forward. He's in behind here. No, actually. The pass a little bit overhit and back into the keeper's arms. I'm trying. It's a different sport commentating. I've sat next to Mike Miners, he does it, and he's a professional commentator, and it's very hard. You've got to paint a picture. Now for Atletico, they are working the ball towards Manchester City's goal. There's a little bit of time here to get a goal back. They obviously, of course, won't care too much about the score. It's not about that. But this is a chance to impress always ahead of a new season. And every new season is a chance for new ideas and a reset. And for players who maybe didn't have their chance last season, for them to make a mark. Over to the co-commentator. Yeah, that's right. I remember when I was in pre-season, when I was former England player 25 years ago. I remember we'd come in and we'd had a few drinks. Hearty chuckle. Bit different to my time. We weren't playing in Korea at the Seoul World Cup Stadium. We were playing Rochdale, and half of us turned up pissed. Very relatable story there, co-commentator. Thank you very much. That's a nice ball in behind. Just put a little bit too much on it. There we go. That's my commentator and co-commentator. You know, jobbing ITV commentator, I would say, and former ex-pro, who's like 56 years old, hasn't got much experience. The co-coms are always the same. It's always the same. I think it's been a good run out from Maresca's men. Yeah, they'll be happy with it. They'll be a bit off that. That'll be a bitchy shower after this game. And of course, you know, there's bigger tests to come for this Manchester City side, but it's been a good run out. He'll be happy with his performances so far in pre-season. He'll be happy with it. And that Mubama lad, look, it's going to be hard. Haaland's got very big shoes to fill, hasn't he? Very big shoes. Have you seen the size of his shoes? Size 14 at least. But Mubama's shown he can score a goal, and who knows? You know, who knows? I agree that Mubama's a good talent, isn't he? He's a good talent. He is. It's a nice ball out wide to Echeverri. What have you made of Echeverri so far, co-commentator? Well, it's obvious that this kid's got a lot of talent, bustling energy there, but had done a bit too much. A bit too eager to impress, I would argue. I remember back in my day when I was too eager to impress. Tackled the gaffer in training, broke his ankle, didn't get another game again after that. Probably deserved it, to be fair. Well, you can't be breaking the manager's foot, can you, Steve? No, you can't, mate. No, you can't. Don't know what I'm on about. That was a bit of fun. How did you get invited to the City Pitchside live show? Have you seen this content, mate? Did I not just answer that for you? He's got that in his locker. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he's hit the side netting. And for a moment over there, a certain part of the stadium thought that was in the back of the net. They were celebrating. Yeah, we've had that before when the ball goes in, but it doesn't go in. It hits the side net and you're celebrating. You feel like a right mug. Well, that's the end of the pre-season tour. Here's commentator Stephen again. That's the end of the pre-season tour. And Maresca's side will be happy. Of course, it is just a pre-season game, but they were the better side today. It was a good performance, 3 goals on the card, some fitness in the legs of some of the senior players. Of course, with a bunch of senior players to come back on Monday, Maresca's side will be happier. Yeah, absolutely. It's all about performance at this point of the season, absolutely. And we've always said that about pre-season because it's a bit different from when I was a player. Oops. Bit different from when I was a kid. But you've got to win the games if you can. You know, getting goals, getting minutes in the legs, always good. I enjoyed that, guys. Thanks very much. I can do more of these if you want me to, man. I can just have a drink. Get it realistic. Get the co-commentator actually drunk. Also, there's got to be a joke about the you know what they do in the pre-match entertainment. It's a bit different from when I was a kid. I'd say we'd have dizzy penalties at half time. Now they've got World Cup K-pop stars singing. What's his name? I don't know. Something San. Not my kind of cup of tea. I'm more of a stereophonics man. Me. Get Kelly Jones out there singing "Have a Nice Day." That's my kind of thing. You know, a bit of Coldplay or something. Well, we are getting a bit old these days, aren't we? Getting a bit old. Maybe it's not for us, but the fans here are having a great time in the Seoul World Cup Stadium and that. He's a very handsome man. He's a very good commentator. Thanks for watching on ITV esteemed company for this game. I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, I'll be live with the mind back into character now. Stephen's here, Matt. Co-com Stephen and co-commentator Stephen is gone. Cheers. I enjoyed the watch on. It's good fun, guys. I'll be back later on with a match reaction. I'm going to end the video there. This is I can't get out of character now. I feel like I'm back in the commentator character. But yeah, I'll maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe that's my gimmick. I just do be a commentator, but like nonsense commentator. I'd be 2 characters. I get like a different camera angle. Watch this. I could have a different camera angle. Video capture device. There we go. Watch this. And it can be this dude. And I'll make it even bigger. Watch. Here we go. His side over here when you bring him on. He's looking over that way now. That way. There we go. There's the co-coms over here. And I don't know what I'm doing. Guys, I'll catch you all in a bit. Thanks for watching. I'll see you live for the match reaction soon. That was good fun. So the plan for the rest of the day, I'll be live in 10 minutes for the match reaction. And then tonight, I've got Big Steve on. Big Steve is going to join me to break down the pre-season and talk about Manchester City news. That'll be recording at 7:30, probably up on the internet around 9:30 for you guys to watch tonight. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the watch along I did. Love you all loads, and I'll catch you soon for a match reaction. Bye-bye.